Whoa, okay, back up. I'm not going to be bothering with a huge introduction because I know you're probably familiar with the Regency stays I'm making via the title of this video. So let's start. Because I lacked stiff material and couldn't get any at the time, I decided to cut off a yard of my fashion fabric inner and outer lining and decided to starch it at home. I started with a cup of water with 2 tablespoons of starch, and the linen I used completely soaked it up. Returning to the kitchen, I added 5 more cups of water before deciding just to fill my pot until the fabric was mostly covered. Retrieving my tablespoon and starch again, I added 5 more tablespoons of starch, mixed it in the water, and cooked the fabric on a medium heat while keeping it moving with my hands. Don't mix things with your hands, kids. It's not safe. I then wrung out the fabric and left it to hang overnight. While that was drying, I marked out the pattern pieces on the unstiffened linen. Once the starch linen is completely dried, I proceeded to iron out the wrinkles. While the ironing board was out, I ironed the unstarched linen as well. Now it's time to cut out the fabric. My least favorite part! Sandwiching the starched linen in between the layers of soft linen, I then pad stitched them together to keep the fabric from shifting or bubbling when it's stitched together by machine. These pieces are then stitched together. The pad stitching gets taken out, and then the seam allowances are trimmed and zigzagged so that they can lay flat under the boning channels. Short intermission to show off my newly finished chemise. And back to the ironing board we go. My lengths of linen ribbon are then cut and ironed into properly turned boning channels. The finished bust pocket is pinned and stitched into the center front of the stays, though my finishing work is not the greatest at this, and it ended up being just a little tight for the busk. Our lengths of turned ribbon is then sewn to the stays as boning channels, mostly along where the panels meet and where it's marked on the pattern, though I forgot 2 boning channels on the center front. The slashes in the panels are basted, cut, and the gores are stitched into the stays. The eyelets are then marked, 1 back boning channel is stitched, then the excess in the panel is turned to the inside and pinned before the other back boning channel. Binding is felled down by hand, and the eyelets are done by machine, though I do hate them. I really do not like them. I need to find out a better way of doing eyelets. Then she's complete.